Can the child of an undocumented immigrant become a U.S. citizen? Asked in Cincinnati. September 21, 2018. Can I sign my child birth certificate as illegal? I don't know if it's a good idea to be there and sign the paperwork of my baby birth certificate if I cannot be deported. What should I do? Stay in the room when those people will enter, or not be there? 3 attorney answers. Bradley R. Worcester OH. General practice lawyer. From a family law standpoint, paternity of the child should be established, therefore you should sign the affidavit of paternity if you are the child's father. Consult with an immigration attorney to review your options with regard to your immigration case and status. Robert L. Durham, North Carolina. Immigration attorney. Being the parent of a U.S. citizen child does not render a person removable, deportable. ICA et P. Atlanta, Georgia. Immigration attorney. I don't believe USCIS will be waiting to deport you. Sign your child's birth certificate. You may also wish to rectify your immigration status. Good luck. Children of undocumented, illegal, immigrants who were, like their parents, born outside the United States have no more rights to U.S. citizenship than their parents do. Despite various legislative proposals, the U.S. immigration laws currently contain no special provisions based on the age at which a person arrived in the United States. However, children of undocumented immigrants who were born in the United States become U.S. citizens automatically. The parent's immigration status is not taken into account. This is due to the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which reads that all persons born or naturalized in the United States, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof, are citizens of the United States and the state wherein they reside. Citizenship is the highest status available under the U.S. immigration laws. As a native-born U.S. citizen, the child in question will be granted all of the rights that every other citizen is entitled to, such as the rights to vote, assume public office, and be immune from deportation, removal. Aren't people trying to change or amend this constitutional right? Yes, there are many people within the United States who believe that children of illegal immigrants should not be given U.S. citizenship status. They argue that allowing such children citizenship was not the original intent of the drafters of the 14th Amendment, who didn't even address the topic of immigration, because no limits then existed on who could enter the United States in the first place. From 2013 through mid-2016, undocumented immigrants experienced difficulties obtaining birth certificates for their children born in Texas.
Sandra, one of the moms I met, says she's gone to Edinburgh City Hall 4 times and still hasn't succeeded in getting a birth certificate for her baby. She's hoping things will be different if I come with her.
Hola. Buenos días.
Buenos días.
¿Listas?
Buenos días. Venía a sacar unos registros.
¿Registros para ti o
Para los niños.
Necesito tu ID, por favor.
Ah, ok.
No. Te acepta la visa o la del elector y la licencia de manejo o pasaporte.
All things that if you're undocumented are impossible to get.
Correct.
So then parents who are undocumented but their children are born here in the U.S. can't get their kids' birth certificates?
That is for our standards.
But isn't that enough to be considered an American citizen, that you were born in the United States?
I'm not denying that the baby's an American citizen. I'm not denying that at all. What I'm saying is, she's the mother and she's not a U.S. born, then this is what we require from her.
And so her next option is what?
In a case like this, I can refer her and have her send all the documents that she's got to Austin, see if Austin will accept it.
Okay.
Is there anything that I can help you all with?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I'd love for you to clarify this document.
Sí, había venido 4 veces, pero no me habían explicado que había esta opción. Sí, no tiene opciones. Sí,
Sí necesita un photo ID, though.
sí tengo la ID del consulado, es la ID del consulado mexicano, es lo que tengo.
If you go through the state of Texas, yeah.
Then they will accept that ID and
Yes.
other forms of
Yes.
proof of residence.
Yes.
And when did they start handing out this form?
It's been years.
Well, she's been here 4 times and she said no one has ever given her this form or explained it to
She
her.
probably didn't ask the right questions, and I don't know if she understood or not.
A federal judge in Austin ruled Texas officials could continue denying birth certificates to children born in the U.S. whose parents entered the country illegally. U.S. District Judge Robert Pittman's decision allows Texas officials to deny identification available to undocumented immigrants as valid forms of parental ID, namely ID from Mexican consulates and foreign passports without U.S. visas. Dozens of parents sued the state on behalf of their children earlier this year over the issue. The lead attorney for that suit told the Los Angeles Times denying birth certificates could make it harder for the children to gain access to school and medical care. Judge Pittman said the evidence brought up in the emergency order raised grave concerns regarding the treatment of citizen children born to immigrant parents, but further evidence was needed to take action. For Newsy, I'm Samantha Crook.
President Trump plans to sign an executive order aimed at ending birthright citizenship, ratcheting up a crackdown on immigration.
We're the only country in the world where a person comes in, has a baby, and the baby is essentially a citizen of the United States for 85 years with all of those benefits. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it has to end.
Have you talked about
here in the United States? There's a story out this morning. One of the people who was in the caravan has since been released into the United States. Apparently, a 19-year-old pregnant woman from Honduras by the name of Mary Uri Hernandez was arrested after she entered Imperial Beach, California. She apparently climbed over the border wall from Tijuana. As soon as she was down on the ground in American soil, she was arrested. And a couple of days later, apparently, she gave birth to an American citizen. And she said that her goal was to join her family in Columbus, Ohio, and giving birth on U.S. soil was a big reward for the long journey in the caravan. What do you say about that?
Well, that is the anchor baby problem, and President Trump has been right about this. He diagnosed automatic birthright citizenship as one of the biggest magnets and incentives to come here and break the law, and he's been asking Congress to do something about it. You can build 50-foot, 100-foot walls all along the 2,000 miles of the southern border, but if you don't turn off these magnets, it's going to result in a continued flow, and we're going to see these caravans over and over and over again. It is time to rethink automatic birthright citizenship. It's an anomaly around the world. There are only 30 nations that have it, and among advanced industrial nations, there are only 2, the U.S. and Canada. You know, for all of the open borders transnationalists who are always urging us to adopt the culture and practices of the rest of the world, this is one of the areas where they're clinging bitterly to, you know, a strange interpretation of the 14th Amendment. And look, my parents came here legally. My father was a neonatologist, and he was outraged because in his practice in Atlantic City, he saw women from around the world. It's not just women from South and Central America who are abusing this policy.
April 3, 2019. Nashville, Tennessee. 2 Tennessee legislators want to deny birth certificate certification to children of mothers who are here illegally. HB 0662, sponsored by Representative Bruce Griffey and Senator Mark Pody, was originally filed to extend the time allowed to challenge the denial of a delayed birth certificate from 21 to 30 days. Now, the House bill has been amended to now state the Office of Vital Records will not be able to register any birth certificate issued to the child of a mother who is not lawfully in the country at the time of the child's birth. However, the birth certificate will be registered if the child's father is a U.S. citizen and provides proof of citizenship, swears he is the father, and provides a written agreement to provide financial support for the child until the child turns 18. So far, however, no actual change is in the works.